The brand new tune from Scanty Sandwich. It's called Day and Night, and you heard it here first on FM107 The Falcon. A Taste of Stu, because we are first for everything. In actual fact, Dave, do you know what? We are so first with everything, right? I've got a special surprise for the listeners tonight.
Special surprise?
We are first with everything, Dave.
With everything? Oh, what's that great piece of technology?
This is great, this is, Dave. You'll like this.
This is FM107 The Falcon.
It sounds like we're in a helicopter, actually.
Does it?
Yeah.
Traffic reports, that's what we can do. We can pretend we're in a traffic.
Traffic report is there's loads of traffic jams and loads of cars are crashing into each other as they listen to this terrific traffic report. If you're on the A... Give me a road number quick, Dave.
417.
If you're on the 417, you better stop, because there's massive tailbacks on the A417 or something.
There you go, traffic reports. That's a first for the show. Yeah, it's Tango, it's great, isn't it? Do you know how much that cost?
How much?
£2.99.
You were robbed.
No, I wasn't robbed, my mum was robbed. It's called, my mum pays the phone bill and I used her phone. Because I do have my own mobile phone, but I decided not to use that. Being the sensible lad that I am.
Probably best.
So do you like it? It's a bit like a telescope.
I do, it's quite cool. You could use it as a cup as well.
Yeah.
We have a competition on tonight's show, Dave.
What can we win?
What can they win, Tamsin?
A stress kit from
I'm going to have to stop playing with that.
from ipromised.co.uk.
And what's in the stress kit? You should know because you destroyed it a minute ago.
Opened it up.
Look, that is
the
quite
stuff back in.
pathetic, the way you've sealed that bag back up.
It wouldn't go in.
That's because
It's
you took it
full
all
of
out.
stuff. It's like a... Anyway, am I so...
It's got a little heart.
What is the little heart for?
The little
It's
heart.
a squeezy
Look,
thing. You squeeze it and
Yeah.
then it pops back into shape. It's supposed to relieve stress.
got a ball, right, which looks like a toy that you'd give to your pet dog.
It's a massager. You massage your hands.
It's just
with
a little
it.
bit of sponge. What's the point in that?
You got a mug, right?
You're supposed to be encouraging people to want to win the competition, Dave,
Listen,
not saying this
listen.
is a pile of rubbish, don't
Listen,
phone in.
you've got a mug, right? You got one of these things. Work. It's supposed to make a noise, but it doesn't seem to want to work. There's the mug. Doesn't seem to want to work. Tell them what else is in there while I try and get this
There's
to work.
a keyring, a can of carbonated drink that doesn't say what flavour it is, so that could be quite interesting. Lillian 2's little book of feng shui.
It's a
published
tea
by
bag.
Element. A stress relieving tea bag.
Yeah,
Yes.
a toy that
There's
doesn't
some
work,
Chocolate.
which is really good, which is broken. We must just say.
Still edible. It's still
After
edible.
yesterday's competition, this is quite possibly the most pathetic prize we've ever had to give away. If you want this stress kit, right, give us a call on the usual phone number, which is
752.
107.
and tell us why, basically. And if nobody can come up with
Yeah,
good
tell
reason,
us why you're stressed.
Yeah.
Stressed enough to need
no,
a kit.
just why you want it.
No,
Why
you
in
shouldn't
God's
give me a
name you
reason
would
to
want
stress.
this rubbish? Because you got like massage oil, right? Which obviously you need someone to massage it into you.
There's a candle.
Fires bits at you. It's just like quite simply the worst prize we've ever had. I'm sorry,
it's
I'm
not.
being
It's
honest.
a very good prize and you should be extremely
whole-
grateful you've got
That
something to give away.
stinks. That really does
I
stink.
have to say, my nan used to have toilet cleaner that smelled like that.
Does she really? And we've also, on tonight's show, how did you get that to work? It wasn't switched on, was it?
No, it wasn't.
Well, you get that little stress toy that laughs. No, you just punch it, Dave.
That's
See,
not
it's a
stress
stress
relieving,
ball.
That's annoying. I don't want someone to
What can
laugh
you
when I
do?
punch them.
What can you do?
I want someone to collapse on the floor when I punch them.
That's not my fault. We've also got a complete stranger member public in the studio tonight who's going to be doing something later on. We're not quite sure what yet. But whatever it is, it'll be very entertaining, just as the rest of the show always is. We've also, because it's a Thursday night, got the Thursday night reviews. What are you reviewing tonight?
Well, this week we're reviewing Elmo's Adventures in Grouchland.
Right, which is a top film. People laugh when you say that, but it's a very good film. I loved
It
it.
is a very great film. Plus, on video, there's The Last Broadcast.
Which is a lot better than the Blair Witch Project.
It is the nemesis of the Blair Witch Project.
It's like,
I
I
believe.
am the last broadcast. I am the Blair Witch Project. Wah!
But also on Dreamcast, a Dreamcast game this week, there's MDK2.
Okay.
And I'm reviewing The Beach.
On
The book.
The book rather than the film.
On paper, yes.
Yeah, so that's all to come on tonight's show. Tams is going to figure out how the hell to get all that lot squeezed back in there. And we'll be back after all the phones ringing already. There's probably someone saying,
Already?
what are you chopsing about? Just get on with some music. All right, we're going to. You answer the phone, and I'll play this next song, which is this one over here. It's Birth with Find a Way Out. I've just had a really good idea.
What idea is that then?
You know, we got this stress kit, right? Because I like to think on my feet. We got this stress kit, and we got that really, really annoying little thing in there that makes all those stupid noises.
Right.
Right. I want somebody, right, to phone up on 752-107 and say they want us to trash that little thing, right? And what we'll do, because it doesn't help stress in any way, shape or form. It annoys the hell out of me.
It
Don't know about
annoys me.
you. Does it annoy you?
Well, that might be the best part of the prize as far as someone else is concerned.
No, what I want to do, right, is I want someone to phone up and say, yes, it annoys me, right? Then what we'll do is you've got your phone on you, haven't you?
I have.
Right? We'll go up to the top of the car park, here, right? In the Brunel Mall. We'll put it in the cup, right? And we'll chuck it off the side. What do you reckon?
Sounds good enough to me.
And of course, we can record the whole event, right?
Right.
So obviously, two of you can go out. One can be at the bottom with the mobile phone, so we can hear the noise. One can go up the top with the cup, and we can chuck it off.
That sounds good enough to me.
Sounds very juvenile, I know, but would you be up for that, member of the public? See, if the member of the public loves it, then what the heck? 752-107, we just need one person to phone up and say, yes, we want you to smash up that toy in the cup. Obviously, the toy won't break. Oh, someone's phoning! Woohoo! So, hopefully that'll be coming up on tonight's show. So that you can take that phone call. Let's get on with the music. This is the Eels from their latest LP. The album in question is Daisies of the Galaxy. And this is Grace Kelly Blues. It's official, it's going to happen. One of our regulars has decided that, yes, indeed, they would love to hear that thing getting smashed up. And then hopefully it'll do that kind of little evil laugh when it hits the ground. So you're going to go out there, aren't you?
I'm going to go out there.
And hurl it from the top of the car park.
I'm going to kill the stress-inducing toy.
Yep. Even in the mug, it makes a noise. See? Probably not supposed to bang it.
Kind of sounds like a little demon.
So what's going to happen is we do have a member of the public in the studio with us tonight, right? Just completely off the street, random. We just went out and grabbed someone off the street. So they're going to go out with your mobile phone, right? We're going to get them on the air because obviously, like I stated when we were off the air, we do not want any member of the public to have to take responsibility for anything that we do. You know, if we're going to get into trouble, we'll do it ourselves. So you're going to hurl it off in the mug, right? If the toy doesn't break, then we might have to come up with something else.
We may very well have to.
Yes. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. You're going to hurl it off. We're going to get the member of the public on the air. We're going to listen to it over the mobile phone. And that's going to come up in 2 records' time. Because you're now going to leave the studio and sort it all out. So you have the mug with the toy in it. In actual fact, if I, you put your hands like that so I can smack it into your hands, it'll make another noise. See? In the distance there.
You won't love me soon.
We're going to hurl it off the top of the car park. Why? Because we can. And because we think it'd be funny. Still to come, we got loads of reviews. You're going to have to rush back in as well because we've got to get on with the reviews.
I'm going to be quick.
Exactly. We've got the reviews to come. We'll also be talking to the member of the public on the phone and in the studio. And round award in 5 minutes 17 seconds. Plus, you can win the remainder of the stress kit, what's left after we've destroyed the cup and the toy. So give us a call, 752-107. Why have you been stressed this week? The best answer wins the prize. We'll actually tell you what's left after the next song, which is going to be Plutonic, one of my favourite bands from '99. Hopefully they're going to have a big year this year. This is their latest offering. When I say latest, it was actually released the 1st November last year. And this one's called Sister. Through the mug without us even saying go.
Thereby ruining the dramatic moment of your greatest gag ever.
My greatest gag ever, and they blew it. The member of the public is on the phone now. Hello.
Hello.
See, there you go. Was it a dramatic smash?
It was harsh, and I feel very sorry for this horrible little red thing with green hair.
You can't possibly feel sorry for the horrible little red thing because it is the most horrendous toy in history.
I don't know. I think you should find out other ways of killing it, personally.
So the cup is smashed, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Where's Dave right at this very moment?
Hey?
Where's Dave at this very moment? The guy who threw the cup.
Here.
He's there, is he?
Hello?
What did you chuck the cup for?
I thought you wanted me to.
We didn't. Oh! You blew my greatest visual radio gag ever.
Did I?
You fool.
You did.
Oh dear. Oh well.
It's really difficult to throw it. Actually, they've got this huge thing on top to stop people jumping off.
Have they?
Yeah.
Or to stop them from chucking mugs over the top.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Can you see any rocks or anything out there?
Any rocks?
Yeah.
There's a shopping trolley.
A shopping trolley. Try running over the toy with the shopping trolley.
Running over a toy with a shopping trolley.
Yes.
Okay.
Have you got the shopping trolley, Dave?
I have the shopping trolley.
Are you? What, I heard the toy. What's going on?
I'm just about to get the trolley and run the toy over.
Right, go on then. Hard. What happened, Dave?
It's still alive.
Keep running over it. Dave running backwards and forwards with a shopping trolley.
If anyone wants to see this amusing sight.
Yes. What are you doing now,
I'm
Dave?
missing it.
What?
I keep on missing it.
He's useless, isn't he? He's our goalkeeper as well. Have you run it over yet?
It's still alive. It's not dying.
Can you throw it against walls? Can you just try and kill it somehow? Smash it up?
Throw it against the wall.
Do anything. Kill it. Rip it
Anything.
up.
I almost got it in a puddle.
Oh dear. So you're not being very successful in killing it, are you, Dave?
No, it's actually a very solid toy.
Okay, fair enough. You're going to come back in then.
Yes, we are.
After you blew my joke.
I blew your joke.
Are you going to bring the mug in?
Yeah, you have to pick up all the little pieces, otherwise
cannot
small
leave the
cats
mug
might
out
cut
there,
their
Dave.
paws.
I'm not going to leave the mug out there.
Good.
You have to pick up all the shards, otherwise you're going to be responsible for the injury of small animals.
Just leave the ickle bits, alright?
Oh, alright then.
Okay. Well, there you go. That was Dave and a member of the public completely blowing our greatest joke ever. So there you go. That was that. Still to come, well, there's a complaint probably by virtue of the fact that we just threw a mug off the top of a
Cruelty to
multi-story
Small
car
Soft
park.
Toys Association.
Exactly. Still to come, round the world in 5 minutes 17 seconds. All the usual kind of stuff. Plus anything you want to say, as this person does on 752-107. On with the music. This is Bob Marley versus Funkstar Deluxe. The sun is shining. Well, you might be back in the studio, Dave, but it's still alive.
Well, you try and kill it then.
You want me to try and kill it?
Yeah.
I thought you might say that, Dave. I'm gonna kill it. I'm not gonna do it over the desk though, because that'll go all over the place.
That's just too cruel.
But it did smash up the mug.
Oh, you chucked it off a roof and ran over it with a shopping trolley. And you're talking about cruel.
It's got no legs now.
I could have amputated its legs with one fell swoop.
And it's got no nose. This is really unfortunate because John Ponting, the newsreader, wanted one of these. Die! Right, that does
Okay,
it. I've had
no,
enough.
hang on. Put it back into the kit like that.
It's still laughing. It's really
That's-
starting to annoy me now.
Well, that's what to do with a stress toy.
What? Okay,
Destroy it.
what's coming up?
What's coming up? We've got all the reviews. We've got phone in. Tell us your most stressful things to win the stressful competition.
Someone's just shut up. Yeah, carry on. Someone's just phoned up for that, haven't they, Tamsin?
Yeah, would you like me to tell you
Yes.
who? Okay, Kirsty May has just phoned up to say that her parents, well, her mum is the most stressed person this week
Right.
because apparently her father Ron went into hospital to have a nose operation to stop him snoring,
Right.
and unfortunately his wife Angela has discovered he actually snores worse than he ever did before having
Did
come
they
out of the
pay for the
hospital.
operation?
She didn't say, actually.
Because that would be rather
But-
unfortunate.
But now
if they did.
she's, considerably stressed after that.
Can you believe, actually, on a completely unrelated thing, somebody told me this just before I came in to start the show. I will stop this thing from making a noise. That apparently this year's or next year's London Marathon, a guy is being allowed to run it in Edinburgh.
In Edinburgh.
In Edinburgh.
What's the point now?
Isn't
You
that
can't
the
run
Edinburgh Marathon?
Well, what he's going to do is he's going to line up at a starting line in Edinburgh, right? And then He's going to run 26 miles, starting at the same time that they do in London. That's the innards of the toy, by the way. Still makes noise at the moment, because apparently his wife's pregnant, and he thinks she might have the baby while he's away. So.
Hang on, next year's London Marathon, that's like a year away. How can she be pregnant?
All right, this year's London Marathon. Now, I don't know when the London Marathon... Die! That's not working either. We will... Hammer. I'm going to get a hammer in a minute, and then we'll smash it up. Still to come, we're going to be finding out just why a member of the public would want to sit in on this shambles of a show, as opposed to the professionally run radio shows. We've also got all of the reviews. We've got Dave making another cup of tea.
Another cup of tea?
Yeah, with clean cups today.
It was with clean cups
The
before.
scum that was in my cup yesterday. And what do you drink tea, member of the public?
Yeah.
Right? You're going to make a member of the public a cup of tea, right? And if they don't like your tea, yeah, then you're banished from the rest of the show.
No way. That's not fair.
Respect
Those
my...
cups were clean last night.
I don't care. It has to be in a nice clean cup, right? And I'll even allow you to get outside assistance.
Outside assistance?
Yes. So if you want to call somebody up and get them to help you with the tea making because you're rubbish at it, then feel free.
I can make tea.
Yeah, well, we're going to find out. And if it isn't a good cup of tea, and there's no bribing the member of the public either. No bribing whatsoever. If they don't like it, you're out. On your ear.
Well, fine.
Plus, all the reviews still to come. And do you want to win the remainder of the stress kit, which comes in a nice white bag, right? Obviously, you know, us three, we're biased. We have to say it's good. Would you say that was good as a stress kit? In your honest opinion, as a member of the public, would you phone in to win that for free?
Imagine you can't see it.
Yes.
To be honest, no.
No, she wouldn't. So there you go. A member of the public has said that it's rubbish. So give us a call, 752-107, and tell us why you'd want to win it. Because it is quite possibly the worst price we've ever had.
I can
You
think of
mean-
a worse prize.
What?
Those CDs Mike gave us to give away.
What were they?
You remember the CDs?
Yeah, but we managed to get rid of them.
Oh, we managed to get rid of them just because we didn't tell anybody what they were winning.
True, yeah, that was how we did that. So give us a call, 752-107. The next tune we're going to play is Moloko. The time is now.
The Falcon.
Are you unemployed and still looking for an answer?
First.
I don't think we're going to have time for any reviews, to be quite honest with you.
Why, what's the time now?
It's coming up for 7 o'clock,
Already?
and we're about to mock this.
We haven't done a single review yet.
I know. We normally try and fit 2 in the first hour. This is Moloko with The Time Is Now. Now, I completely ignored this because basically I don't read the newspaper. We're not going to say what the newspaper is because we don't want to, basically. Poetry, though. Right?
Poetry, very honourable.
Before we mention the particular poem in question, poetry, a yay or a nay? In
Way.
your humble opinion, your opinion of poetry.
Way.
No, I said a yay or a nay. So where does way come into it?
Most poetry, nay.
Okay. But some poetry, yay.
Some poetry, yay.
Tamsin?
I think yay, because Dave writes me little romantic poems.
Oh, isn't that
Don't
nice?
tell everyone that.
Member of the
Sorry.
public, yay or nay poetry?
Yay.
Yay. Okay, well, most poetry I don't really care about. This one's really touching. It's The Sadness of Titanic, which isn't even about the boat. It's about the movie.
The movie.
It is
The
quite
movie?
literally about the movie. It's almost got the script of the movie written in it. Well, this
Well,
inspired me,
That'd have
right?
to be a pretty bad script.
This kind of inspired me to, where is it? I thought, well, if anyone can write a poem about a film and make out that it's not about a film, anyone can,
Anyone can.
right? So I've got The Triumph and the Tragedy.
Triumph and the tragedy.
The Triumph and the Tragedy. So I think we need some music for this. We don't have any touchy music, so I think this just about sums it up. It's a brand new feature called Poetry Corner. Not. Okay, so see if you can guess what film this is about. It's really difficult. Shooting them up, reservoir style. Can you guess what film it is yet?
I think I might just
Right.
know.
Blood everywhere, lets us the spirit defile.
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 Rhyming there. You need real talent to do that.
The horror, the sheer terror of it all. Ah,
Sounds bad.
the police undercover end up taking the fall. What else we got? The noise of the gunfire, so deafeningly loud, Dave.
Deafeningly loud. Gunfire is that.
Those What are you talking about? Those breaking the law end up standing so proud, as they always do. Camera shots and angles so very unique. This is the class line. If this film was a wood, why it would be teak. Smash them in the face with the butt of your gun, a line from the movie. Fill them full of lead, it's all just for fun. Unless unlike those who think they are cool, you don't get sucked in, for you're not a fool. 'Cause it's just a film, a complete waste of time. To get sucked in by this crap, well, that is the crime.
Well, I thought that was good.
Thank you very much, Dave.
Bravo.
No encores though. That's because I used to write poetry before I realised how sad writing poetry was, and I stopped. And there you go.
Ripping it absolutely can't steal it and send it off.
There's
to a
no
local
copies of
newspaper.
that in the world, so that was the only time you'll ever have heard that poem. It goes in the bin.
Listeners, breathe a collective sigh of relief.
Yeah, thank you very much. Coming up after the ad break, basically, because we haven't got time to play the song because we need to get on with it. We got the first review, which is the video,
Which is the video of the last broadcast.
which I actually think is a good movie, even though I know you don't. By the way, what did you think of the poem, member of the public? Oh, what do the public know? They're quite clearly not in a privileged position like us DJs.
Obviously.
Although we are just members of the public off the street having a bit of a laugh. So coming up out of this ad break, although we're not supposed to, we've got the review of the last broadcast.
FM107 The Falcon.
Looking for quality pine and cane furniture? There's only one Pine and Cane,
So in the words of Brittany, hit me baby one more time. It's review time.
I never thought I'd hear you say that to me, Stuart.
Well, I hate Britney Spears, but there you go. Apparently Liam Gallagher's been slagging her off.
Liam Gallagher?
Yeah, but
No,
what does he know?
That is one celebrity feud.
Yeah, but carry on, the last
Well,
broadcast.
anyway, it's called The Last Broadcast. It came out on video just this Monday, just 1 week before the Blair Witch Project.
Or the Blair, we ripped the last broadcast off completely. Which project?
I'll get to exactly why that happens, but this may sound familiar. I'll read the back of the video box to you. On December 15th, 1995, the hosts of a cable access show were going to do the first live broadcast in search of the legendary Jersey Devil. Only one came out alive. It took the police 2 days to find the bodies. It took the coroner 4 days to put the pieces back together. It took the jury 1.5 hours to sentence the survivor to life in prison. 1 year later, filmmaker David Lee decided to make a movie about it. What does that sound like to you?
The Blair, this film is completely crap. Which project?
It does sound a little familiar, doesn't it? But
Yes.
This film was made a year before the Blair Witch Project. It's exactly the same as the Blair Witch Project, except better.
It is better.
Because
You're right.
because they actually have a structured script and
And an
everything.
unpredictable ending.
And an unpredictable ending rather than the Blair Witch Project of let's just leave the ending open.
Yes. For a sequel.
But basically, as the filmmaker starts to investigate the Jersey Devil murders, he starts to find evidence that maybe the person who did it didn't really do it. And especially once he gets sent some hidden camera footage.
Please, sir. The person who did it didn't do it. That doesn't really make sense, Dave. The person who allegedly did it.
Who was sentenced for the crime, possibly wasn't guilty.
Calm
that's
down.
That's what he finds out. That's his theory. And as he starts to investigate the case more, he gets more and more involved in the case. It's exactly in the same style as the Blair Witch Project, with interviews from police and psychologists.
And the ending is very
filmmakers.
good of this.
The ending is very good of this film. I didn't see it coming, and you didn't see it coming either. And no one I've.
But I'm sure Tamsin would have seen it coming if she'd have
Haven't
watched
seen it, no.
Because she sees the ending coming after the first 5
You're
minutes.
just still bitter about that whole Sixth Sense thing, aren't you?
No, I'm
I'm
just-
sorry if you didn't spot the twist in the first 5 minutes, Stuart, but let
Neither
it
did
go.
he. Neither did he. I just hate smart ass people who go, oh, I knew that was coming.
But this is.
I could see E.T. in the Star Wars film. First time.
What?
Well, I did actually, but
Yeah, exactly.
Moving
See?
on.
The smart ass know it all.
But anyway, this is certainly one invite for all those people who last year in the Blair Witch came out and said, "Oh, it's so original. It starts from the original piece of filmmaking this century." Blah 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 blah. No, it's not.
Because it ripped this one off.
Which is a simple answer. Because no, it's not. Next week, Blair Witch Project is coming out. Your local video store is getting.
Do not rent it.
It's getting 2,000 copies in. Instead, ask them for the last broadcast. It's a far better film, and they've only got 5 copies.
Yes.
So when all your friends trying to be intellectual, say, "Oh, have you seen the Blair Witch Project? It's so great." It's such
Score
a
out of
great
10 for
film."
the film.
Score out of 10 for film. 8 out of 10.
Score out of 10 for the acting.
For the acting's quite original. The acting isn't that great though. Mind you, they aren't professional actors; they're just people making a film. So I'd give them about 8 out of 10 for.
Right, okay. Member of the public, have you ever seen the Blair Witch Project? Don't. It's the simple answer to that. Have you ever seen Star Wars: The Phantom Menace? Don't. It's the simple answer to that one as well. Go and rent the last broadcast instead. Or get your parents too if you're underage.
Well, it's 18, so
Yes.
get your no, don't get your parents. Just don't rent
That's
it.
just
if
what
you're
I'd lead you
under
down that
18,
garden path.
because
there,
it
Dave.
is quite a little scary. It is quite a little gruesome in some parts.
Okay, fair enough. We got the movie review of
The Adventures of Elmo in Grouchland.
coming up in the second hour of the show. So we're gonna see you after 7 o'clock, basically, which sounds like a long time away, but is approximately 4, 3, 2, 1, 3 minutes away.
The Falcon.
Don't do it all yourself. Let 7 Ply do some of it for you. We stock every kind of board imaginable, from MDF, plywood and melamine.
I've interviewed them, you know.
And who are they?
They're Embrace.
Embrace.
And that's their brand new single, which is called something that I have absolutely no idea. Oh, yeah, there it is. It's called Save Me, and it's released on the 22nd of May. Top album, drawn from memory. In actual fact, it's this show's album of the week, which goes out on the playlist, but means nothing, because we don't have an album of the week. We used to, but we kind of got bored of it. We used to have loads of stuff. Do you remember this?
Wearing very, very black trunks, the king of all that is evil.
Do you remember that?
I do remember that.
Yeah, well, we used to do that, but we don't do that anymore, and we used to do stuff like this.
Well, I'm a badass cowboy living in the cowboy days.
But we won't go into that. Are you ready with your next review?
I'm ready with my next review.
Do you want some music, or are you going to do it dry? As they say in professional radio.
Dry. I've never done anything dry.
Okay. This one do you?
Except maybe my humour.
Yes. But we won't go there. I actually thought you were going to say something worse than that, and I was dreading what you were going to say.
So was I, actually.
And she
Well,
knows she's your wife.
It's like you have no faith in me whatsoever.
Yeah, that'd be right, Dave. So the movie review of...
The Adventures of Elmo in Grouchland.
Can I just say before you start on this, because I went with you to watch it, this film would be absolutely brilliant, right? Elmo in Grouchland.
Right.
If it didn't have Elmo in it.
If it didn't have Elmo in it.
Yes.
Was any other of the Sesame Street
Any
bosses?
other Sesame Street member at all whatsoever, but I hate Elmo. The only good thing Elmo ever did was come up with the first ever Tickle Me toy, which went...
Well, right at the start, I knew his voice was going to get on my nerves.
Speaking of which, carry on a minute.
But basically, the real basic story is, it has to be basic because it's Sesame Street. Elmo loses his fussy, well-worn blue blanket, which he absolutely loves, and he has to go and find it.
No.
Of course, where does he lose it? He loses it in Grouchland. Grouchland, of course, is the home of the well-known Oscar the Grouch, who lives in the dustbin in Sesame Street.
See, that was the reason I didn't like Sesame Street.
She didn't like Sesame
I'm
Street.
sorry, that might make me a freak, but I
I'm
didn't
sorry,
like
but
Sesame
that just
Street.
makes you the worst person in the
It
world.
does make a freak. Well, of course, this is a movie for...
I know it's not Elmo, but it's
quite
better.
cool.
He laughs as well, apparently. There you go.
That is quite cool.
We got one of them to give away later.
Cool.
Not on tonight's show, but tomorrow.
But of course, this is definitely a film for the kids. It's a great film for kids, actually, because it really asks for kids to join in.
It does. It's the first film I've ever seen that encourages kids to shout out in the cinema. So if you go and watch this, and there's loads of little kids in the front, right? And I'll move back a bit because obviously I don't want to distort the microphones, but they're going behind you. Don't worry about it. The kids, if they sound like that, worry about it because there might be a little bit
obviously,
of, men in nappies and all that kind of stuff. But carry on.
But of course, it has got all the regular Sesame Street characters. It's even got the Sesame Street humans. But I remember it, and the humans kind of do nothing. They kind of
I'm
stand around
surprised
the
they're still
background.
alive because they were in it when I was a
surprised
kid.
they're still alive. They're in it when I was a kid.
And they don't look any older.
They
That's the
just
scary
don't
thing.
grow old. They're
I
just
think
there and they
Sesame
hang
Street.
around.
I think Sesame Street has got cryogenics, mate.
I think so. It's kind of a freaky thing where they kind of wheel the humans out. It's like the humans of a Jim Henson project.
Let's
gone
take
wrong.
a quick vote. Favourite Sesame Street member?
Cookie Monster.
Favourite Sesame Street member? Oh, you don't watch it, do you? Favourite Sesame Street member? Who? Oscar the Grouch, there you go.
Oscar the Grouch, where it has got cameos in it, even though it's Elmo's movie and it centres on Elmo.
Is E.T. in it in the background?
No, he's not. Well, he could be. You never know. There's thousands of puppets in it. You know, Kermit could be in the background somewhere. But there's cameos from all
Jack,
your
watch
favourite...
it if Kermit was in it.
Well, Kermit isn't it? It's not a Muppet movie, okay? It's a Sesame Street movie.
Kermit was in the Sesame Street. He was a news reporter.
Yeah, he was in Sesame Street occasionally, but not enough to make him a member of the Sesame Street posse.
Okay, fair enough.
But
the posse.
Whatever.
Down in the Sesame Street hood.
But it has got all your
I'll pop a
favourite
cap in your
characters
Sesame Street brain.
on Sesame Street in it. It's got a cool cameo by the Count, who's like, how many fingers have I?
Cameo. It's a cameo. It's a puppet. It's not a cameo.
If Quentin Tarantino was in it, they call it a cameo.
1, 2.
It's got a cookie monster in it as well, but you don't see him eating many cookies. Which
he doesn't eat a single cookie in the whole film.
And it's even got a really villainous bad guy, Huxley, who steals.
Who's played
Elmo's
by a
blanket.
man called Mandy.
Mandy, very manly name, Mandy.
A man called Mandy.
Mandy Patinkin. Who he's done some Sesame Street stuff before, I know he has. But
And the thing is, well, sorry to interject, Vanessa Williams, you remember her?
Mm-hmm.
Did she go? No, that's Martine McCutcheon. What was the name of that song Vanessa Williams did?
I don't know. I just remember that she won Miss America, and then
Yeah,
they
go
found out
and
she was an
save
unmarried
the
mother and
best
took
till
her crown
last.
back.
Yeah, that's the one. You always save the best
Yeah.
till last. Oh, I love that song.
Well,
she's in this, right? And she gets to blow a raspberry.
Woo!
And Elmo doesn't know what a raspberry is. Probably because he hasn't got a tongue.
I'm sorry, but that just doesn't impress me. Could you just get on with it? I want to do my review
But the
sometime
cool
before
thing
8
is,
o'clock.
the part she plays is a queen of trash.
Yes, it's kind of. They should have got Barbara Streisand to play that
They
part.
should have. But anyway, it is a great movie for
Sum
kids.
it up quick, Dave.
It's a great movie for students as well. I hope they have a late showing so all the drunk students can go to a cinema.
Out of 10?
Out of 10. I'd give it a 9 out of 10.
What would you
Great
give
movie for
Elmo's
kids.
performance?
Elmo's performance, I'd give about 1 'cause he's really annoying. I look forward to the next Sesame Street movie where he mixes
If someone
Sesame
has
Street.
an Elmo toy, can you bring it down here so we can smash that up? Because I hate Elmo.
Elmo is very annoying. He's very annoying in this movie. Great Sesame Street movie, but focus on the other characters more.
That was actually quite well timed for us. Still to come, we'll be asking, why would a member of the public want to come into this show? We'll also be doing, 2 more reviews, Hollywood news and Round the World in 5 minutes 17 seconds.
Yeah.
Plus anything you want to say on 752-107. Who's winning the stress kit at the moment? I have no idea.
Well, we've only got 1 entry at the moment. So.
I've got 2 entries.
Okay, 2 entries.
Okay, well, what you can win is a candle that's very nicely scented. I think it smells disgusting, right? Member of the public whose name is Sarah, and we shall now call you Sarah for the rest of the show, because I know that the fact that you were a member of the public annoyed you. Does that smell nice or horrible?
Oh, right.
Rank, there you go. I think that's the hip word on the street for rubbish. What else we got? We got a tea bag, which is... That also smells disgusting. We've also got a bag, right? In the bag, we've got massage oil, which also smells disgusting. What's in here? What was in here?
It's a key ring.
A key ring for some reason. We've got a stress heart thingy that you can't destroy. We've got a ball for your pet dog. We've got the the little book of Feng Shui. And just to give you a hint of what's in the book, bathrooms and toilets. You may have heard that toilets are bad news wherever they are placed in the home. This is true. But do not fret, since everyone has this problem. Particularly people with diarrhea. Keep the lid down on your toilets at all times, except at night when your husband comes home drunk and doesn't realise the seat is down and the lid is down. And toilet doors permanently shut. Change the door hinges to ensure this if necessary.
Change the door hinges?
I have no idea. We've also got a can of something or other and a chocolate bar, which if nobody wins the... In actual fact, if nobody phones up for it, right, in the next, 15 minutes, yeah?
Yeah.
Then we'll figure out what to do with it.
Well, we've already got an entry.
I don't care. To be quite honest with you.
You're just inviting complaints. You just enjoyed being complained at so much yesterday. You want
Come
it
and have
again,
a go
don't
if you think you're hard enough, is what I'm going to say. We got a review of the book.
The Beach.
That's coming up after the next song, because we're having to do link song. She's got so much to fit in. With the next song being Q-Tip off of his debut solo album. You may remember him from... What was the name again? What was the name of the band that Q-Tip were in? Oh, Another level.
I don't know. Who's Q-Tip?
I can't remember the name. Do you know the name of the band Q-Tip was in?
Might have been Della
De La Soul or something like that. Anyway, see, she should be doing the show. She knows more about the music than we do. It's Q-Tip's debut solo album called Amplified. This is track number 1, called Wait Up. First of all, can I say, right, you, at the start of tonight's show, did nothing but diss the fact that we had book reviews on the show, and I won't have it.
I did not diss that fact.
Just because you got jealousy because you've been relegated to the 3rd and final microphone.
I said nothing.
Yeah, earlier on, did he or did he not slag off the fact that we had book reviews on?
He did, actually, yeah.
Thank you very much.
What did I say? What did I
You
say?
said book reviews, they're quite clearly intellectual, aren't they?
No, I was...
And that is an insult to our listeners as well, insinuating that they wouldn't know how to read.
No, because she was insinuating
She
to me...
accused that you say our listeners are illiterate.
She was saying to me that a book intellectual is obviously far more... A book review is far more intellectual than a film review, and I said, no, it's not.
No,
That's what was happening.
What I actually said was that I wanted to get my review in because I spent the last 3 days reading the book specifically to review, whereas you go and see a film and it takes all of 2 hours. That's what I was actually saying.
Yeah, we have to travel to the cinema to watch that review. It's
Yeah,
a lot
and
of
you
effort.
go shopping and you stuff your face with cookies. It's not exactly a hardship.
I will
is
say
it?
that when we went shopping, he actually spent all his money on you last
Yes,
time.
he did. That's
so
a
you
fair
can't
point.
really complain, can
Then
you?
he did
Quit your
go to
moaning.
KFC, like his
By the way,
temple.
before don't use my lines. Before we can actually carry on, we need to know: was the cup of tea up to standard?
Yeah, it was a good cup of tea.
You are so jammy. It's because you look so sweet. If people actually knew you, if people who were actually in the studio, I mean, not that we've ever had a member of the public in the studio before, but if they knew what a twisted person you were when they come in, they go, oh, yeah, I don't care if he gets kicked off. But you look so sweet and elderly, right?
Elderly?
Yeah,
Elderly.
like somebody's grandparent.
Oh, thanks. I'm 22.
Yeah, oh dear. We better get on with this book review because we're rapidly
Before
running
Dave
out of
leaps
time.
across the desk and smacks you for that comment.
Oh, I'd be so scared. That's a bit bizarre. Oh, shall we use this one? You haven't used this one for a while. It's a bit energetic for the... See, some people, right, all throughout the show, obviously, we've been running through what goes on in the studio for the visitor to the show. See, some people ring and don't stop ringing. You see, you can see that's flashing there. That'll just continue to flash because they just won't hang up because they think it's really, really important. So we're going to completely ignore the phone and get on with the book review.
Yeah, the book is The Beach by Alex Garland. It's actually been out a while now, but Stuart insisted I read it to tie into the fact that the film has been released in the cinema.
And is crap.
It is, actually.
It is very.
Do you know, and I the problem I had was that normally if a book has been turned into a film, I like to read the book and then go and see the film, because that way you can get like a clear kind of idea. But actually I saw the film and I read the book, which made it really difficult because every time I read about Richard, the main character in the book, who's supposedly tall, dark hair, dark eyes, good looking, I was just picturing Leonardo DiCaprio, and I think there's quite a difference in the description that the book gives and Leonardo
Thumbs up,
DiCaprio.
thumbs down, Leonardo DiCaprio. Wahey!
Wahey!
They're still ringing.
Right. So basically the story is that Richard is a backpacker. He's travelling through Southeast Asia. And he wants to do something slightly different because all the tourists are just doing exactly the same thing. They're going to the same places, they're drinking at the same bars. And so he meets this guy called Daffy. When you've quite finished fighting over muffins,
Give me my
in?
muffins back.
Carry on.
He meets this guy called Daffy who leaves a map for him which will lead him to the Paradise Beach, the most perfect beach on the whole planet. And then Daffy kills himself. So that's a really nasty start to poor old Richard's stay in Thailand, discovering somebody with their blood poured all over the mattress. So anyway, so him and 2 French kids that he's met along the way, Francois and Etienne, set off about trying to get to this beach. And you're not allowed to go to it. It's in the middle of a national park. It's like a really long swim. It's a hellish, nightmarish trip for them. And finally they get to the beach and they discover, first of all, a huge dope field. And then that part of the island has been
What's that
colonised.
then?
What dope?
Yeah.
I'm sure you're well aware of what that is.
A whole field for marijuana.
Marijuana.
Yes.
Ah, right. Now I know
Yeah.
what you're talking about.
And part of the island has been colonised by people who just like live in this little community. And it all looks really idealistic, and he's going to be able to live there happily forever. But then it just all goes really, really, really nastily wrong. And from the book, I can see why they didn't stay faithful when they made the film. I can see why they gave it that Hollywood nicey ending that they gave it.
But don't you think it would have been better with the ending from the book?
Yes.
Because I hate this, right? So I'm going to say the ending in the film is they just all go home and they go their merry way. The ending in the book is he butchers them, he cuts them to bits. Him and his two French mates just kill everybody.
The ending of the book, in fact, huge parts of the book actually are quite disgusting in
Yes.
some ways, yeah. So I can understand why they didn't put that in the film, because they never would have got it past the censors.
Right.
And so, all in all, despite the fact that I saw the film first and then read the book wins hands down. Don't see the film, read the book.
Right.
That's my
Okay,
advice,
fair enough.
really. It's,
Or wait until they do a remake that's like the book.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, what out of 10?
I'd give it a good 8.5, 9 out of 10.
Have you ever read anything? Do you know if this guy's
No, I
done
haven't.
anything else?
This was his debut novel.
right.
His second novel's just been released, and I've asked the publisher for it, and of course, have I got a copy? Absolutely not. They
See,
don't
you're
send me
lucky.
anything.
You get stuff sent all the time.
Me?
yeah.
I'm resorting to buying books from charity shops to review. I mean, the book I'm doing for next week's show came 60p from a charity shop.
Yeah, not your 60p.
No, not my 60p. My sister's 60p.
Somebody else's
actually.
60p, and you stole it off them.
Anyway, it's published by Penguin. It's $6.99. It's available now from Stroud Bookshop.
So there you go. That was the book review. We still got the game. We'll drop that actually.
Do it next week. It's not released this week anyway.
Is it? Fair enough. We got Hollywood gossip. We've also got Running the World in 5 minutes 17 seconds. We got Things Celebrities Say. Right, we have to play that today because it's you versus Tamsin versus Sarah.
And I lost big time yesterday.
Do you mind playing a game?
Lost.
No, there you go. It's going to be 3-way Things Celebrities Say. A first. Calm down. See that? Did you see the look on his face then when I mentioned 3-way?
I'm sorry, but it was quite a predictable look.
Yes, it was. You are quite sad. Your new nickname is Sado Dave, okay? Sado Dave is your new nickname. You're no longer Lonely Dave, you're Sado Dave. Which kind of links in, but there you go. That's all still to come right here on FM107 The Falcon, A Taste of Stu. Let's play some more music, shall we? In actual fact, if I just fade this out, right, and click on... Do you mind doing that when we're not talking?
Sorry.
We need to play this.
And now it's Stu's big one.
This, of course, is Taxi Ride with Everywhere You Go.
Just give me all the things that you want now. Tell me the best. There is nothing else that I want.
Do you realise that even by our lowly standards, tonight has been complete rambling arse?
Yeah, it has been rambling.
And it has been arse.
It has been arsed.
But then again, that's our styly.
That's our style.
Styly.
Styly.
Why did you just sound like Scooby-Doo? Do that again.
Styly.
Oh dear. On with the show. This is Round the World in 5 minutes 17 seconds.
Or less.
I thought you'd forgotten again then.
Almost.
A 2-ton elephant seal has been seducing 2 Fords and a Dodge car in Gisborne in New Zealand. It's been sending them flowers, chocolates, but so far has got nowhere. The packaging on chocolate... This is outrage. Listen to this. The packaging on chocolate Easter eggs sold in Britain make up half their weight.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
Leading to a waste of £140 million a year.
That's insane.
That is. What else we got? A court in Rome said that men who divorce their wives when they realise they are gay do not have to pay alimony. That's realise when they are gay, not that their wives are gay. Because obviously if they realise their wives were gay, they'd want to stay with them. A vicar was not allowed into a bar in Cheshire, despite the fact that it was a converted church.
Why?
Why would he even want to go in there?
Why would you want to kick the vicar out?
I don't know. It's like, oi, vicar, sling your hook. Your likes of you are not welcome in my establishment. What else we got? A Zambian judge told a man he was to work harder in bed rather than divorce his wife. Give her some sweet loving.
Excellent advice there.
That's got to be harsh. Imagine that court verdict appearing in the paper with your friends reading it.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Scientists will give impotence drug Viagra to pandas to heat up their sex lives and produce more young. This, of course, has also led to... no, I'm not even going to say that. Forget that, because I will get into trouble. A Sardinian teacher faces the sack after putting sticky tape over the mouths of noisy children. She also locked them in cupboards and placed boxes on their heads. The reason why she's facing the sack is not because of the mistreatment of the children, it's the fact that the sticky tape used to come undone just as they were about to go home. A woman slept with her husband's corpse for 4 months in Munich in Germany. The 76-year-old man died of natural causes just before Christmas. The wife said she didn't realise because he never really did that much for her anyway. British tomato growers have asked feng shui experts for advice on where to site beehives to pollinate plants and help them grow a better crop. The feng shui experts have said next to the plants would help. Rat
And
lovers...
charge them £400 probably.
Yes. Rat lovers have gathered in the German city of Hamburg for the second annual German Rat Show. Over 1,000 people visit the festival in a country where more than 80,000 keep the rats as pets.
Have to mention that to Beth. She can take Ratty with her.
Yeah, while it's still alive.
Yeah.
A woman who complained of severe headaches was shocked after an X-ray revealed he had a 6-inch screwdriver embedded in his skull. Luckily, after further investigation at the hospital in Bonn, Germany, it found that the tool had actually been left on the X-ray machine by a technician. Schoolboy car thief John Morgan was sentenced to an unusual punishment, writing lines. The 15-year-old from Little Rock, Arkansas, America, was ordered to spend every weekend for the next 8 months at a police station writing out, "If I do not own the car, then I must not take it," after admitting to 17 offences of joyriding. What else we got? Coffins made of recycled cardboard are proving a huge hit in the French city of Lyon. The conservation casks are sold with the advert "Earth-friendly, no trees die when you do."
That's nice.
Well, hey.
That's a good idea.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
And finally today, thief Stephen Jones was caught by a police dog as he tried to hide in the river while breathing through a pipe. The 21-year-old was fined £150 in Stoke-on-Trent, Staffordshire, and he was only caught because the pipe was too big and the dog thought it was a little tree. That's not true, by the way, I just made that bit up. Still to come, three-way dance on Things Celebrities Say. Dave versus Tamsin versus Sarah, our member of the public who's just popping along to see how professional radio, close brackets, is run. We've also got celebrity Hollywood gossip type stuff in Hollywood News.
We do.
What little tidbits you got for us tonight?
What little tidbits? Well, we've got the exclusive. We can now reveal who will play Alice in the Alice in Wonderland movie.
Is there going to be one, is there?
There is going to be one. There is
Okay.
going to be one.
What else?
And we've got an exclusive movie being made very close to home.
What's that?
You'll find out.
Okay, fair enough. We're 26 and a half minutes away from Andy Fox with the classic rock show right here on FM107 The Falcon. But for now, let's play another tune. It's the Red Hot Chili Peppers. This is off of their album, Californication.
Ooh, sounds dodgy.
This is track 2, and it's called Parallel Universe. They're such angry young men.
They are very angry. I think they have some issues to discuss. You know, forgive your father.
I think you'll find
What
that
about
angry old man.
Whatever. Why do you always have to be so pedantic?
Oh, sorry.
Every single time. Me and Dave are having a conversation, you're like a mother.
Well, excuse me then.
In actual fact, someone actually said that today. They said you were like the calming influence of the show.
Really? I'm
Yeah.
the moaning influence.
Yeah,
So
you're like the mother of the show.
I'm not sure that's a compliment, really.
No, not really. Anyway, it's time to play Things That Celebrities Say. Dave, who's winning 3-2, isn't it?
I am winning 3-2.
Tamsin, who lost 3-0 yesterday. Right, she didn't get a single one right.
That's pretty poor.
And Sarah, who's a newcomer, so we don't know what her form's like. She might come up the rails and beat the pair of you. Here we go then. It's Things Celebrities Say. Let's have, I don't know, this one. Which sounds exactly the same as the other one, but for some bizarre reason is longer and has a different number. So first up, I'm in a picture with Sandra Bullock. I'm going to train her to be a beauty queen. It's a good job and somebody's got to do it, right? Was that Michael Caine talking about being in a film with Sandra Bullock? Was it George Clooney talking about being in a film with Sandra Bullock? Or was it Mike Myers talking about being in a film with Sandra Bullock? Right? Guess goes first, so we'll go over to Sarah. Which one do you think?
Mike Myers.
She's going to go with Mike Myers, right? Tamsin.
I'm going to go with Mike Myers as well.
Mike Myers and Dave?
I'm going to go with Mike Myers.
You're all wrong. It's Michael Caine. So I'm 1-0 up. Right, here we go. Quote number 2. I'd rather be dead than be seen with a woman old enough to be my wife. Right? Okay.
Right.
I'll go with you first, Dave. Was that actor Tony Curtis, who prefers the younger ladies? Was it singer, stroke actor Phil Collins, who prefers the younger ladies, and we all know about that? Or was that actor Martin Sheen, who prefers the younger ladies?
What was that Tony Curtis?
Right, you're saying Tony Curtis, Tamsin?
I'm saying Martin Sheen.
And Sarah?
Martin Sheen.
It was Tony Curtis. Dave, you're 1-0 up. Congratulations. So you can't lose now because there's only one more point to win. Okay, here we go. They ask me what to wear and what to say to be cool. Which is kind of like your life, Dave.
It is.
All those little girlies at Archway yesterday. Oh, you, Dave. They want to know all the little details. All of them. Like what kind of sunglasses I wear and whether you should wear them, whether it's sunny or not. Was that Robbie Williams on having to advise his fans on how to be cool? Was that Jennifer Lopez having to advise her fans on how to be cool? Or was that Mr. William Smith on having to advise his fans on how to be cool? Tamsin?
Will Smith.
Will Smith, Sarah? Will Smith and Dave.
I'll have to go different, so I have to say Robbie Williams.
It's 1-1 because they got that point and you lost. It was Will Smith. So what we'll do now is, completely off the top of my head, we'll make up a completely random question. Okay, is this true or is this false? I'm going to read out the question and you basically got to put your hand in the air and I'll judge. So don't shout out your answer. Put your hand down, you cheating git. Right. She had her hand up there anyway.
My injured hand.
Yes.
I can't use it.
Mickey Mouse's Latin name, right?
Right.
Is this true or is this false? Is Michael Mucusillus?
False.
You're right, right? Because that was wrong, so we must have another question, because obviously that one was true. Composer Ludwig van Beethoven, was he once arrested for vagrancy?
Yes.
He was indeed. Tamsin won, which makes the score 3-3, pal. What do you say to that?
I was cheated.
You were not cheated, you were just an idiot.
It's a fix.
Why is it a fix?
Well, they both went for the same answer each other, and I had to go for something different.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you did. Why?
I know, I just did.
Did somebody have a gun to your head?
No.
Was Sarah sending psychic messages saying, if you don't, I'm going to kick your ass?
I hope not.
Exactly. So what are you talking about?
Okay, I will.
The phone's ringing, you better answer it. Well, we get on with our advertising commitments, and after that we'll be back with the Asian Dub Foundation with real Great Britain. Not the false one, the real one.
FM107 The Falcon.
Why go trekking to find your ideal tourer at Golden Castle Caravan Staverton?
Yes, I know the song's only just started, but it's dull and I'm bored of it already. And we've got stuff to do. So we got the bits of the cut just to prove that the cut was broken. You've decided who's going to win the thing, so we're going to phone them back in a minute.
Yep.
There's the cut.
It is.
Go on then.
It's Kirsty May with the story of her dad snoring. I think her mum has definitely had the most stressful time.
Okay, fair enough. Also, we've got to come over by the microphone and tell all the listening public, because there's lots of people out there wondering just what it's like to be in this studio with such great people. Like radio stars, we're not. So, what's it like in a radio studio for a member of the public? Surreal.
It's kind of cool.
See, it's kind of cool. So if you want to come in and sit in the corner and basically be called Member of the Public number 2, because you would be the second one we've ever had on the show, then give us a call during the day tomorrow on 767-369. I think it'd be worthwhile.
I think it's a good idea.
And to commemorate the fact that we've had a member of the public in the studio, right, for the first time ever, you know, normally it's just members of staff that we have in here, we have a copy of the brand new Moloko album to give to the member of the public.
Oh, come in now, I wish.
See, there you go. Come in and you could be given a CD for free. What more can you want? I'm not promising that, by the way, but just in case.
Maybe to narrow down the number of people that phone in, you should have to give the reason in 15 words or less.
Yeah,
why
because
you're the person to come in.
because
we could be flooded now.
Yeah, true.
Probably
because
for free CD, you'll do it, I think.
Yeah, because the main reason why you were in today was to learn about radio, wasn't it? And what have you learned about professional radio? Absolutely nothing. Let's be honest.
But it's not professional, that's why.
Exactly. We're going to just get rid of the remains of this mug because I can get into trouble for that. Because you're not supposed to do things like that. As you can see, I'm hiding them well in the bin in the studio. Andy Fox is up next with the Classic Rock Show. Let's kill that. And yeah, we're going to leave you with the latest offering from Ramsey and Fenn featuring Lindsay Moore, who apparently, where does it say? She's a UK garage diva.
UK Garage Diva?
UK Garage Diva. You can pick her up in a garage sale anywhere, Dave. £3.50 or nearest offer.
Oh, bargain.
This tune is Love Bug. It's released on the 22nd of May, and all three of us will be back tomorrow.
We will be.
What an experience that'll be. Stay tuned, and is next.
We did it again.